Hello, my name is Anna Imagination with a Healing Garden, and we're going to go ahead and begin some healing meditation for beginners. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and out. And in and out. Relax your shoulders. I've been talking this last week about giving yourself permission to empty the space around you for this particular time. So we're going to do that. Just give yourself permission that this is your time, your space. Deep breath in and out. And in and out. And in and out. Relax your shoulders. Deeply breathe. When you breathe, make sure you're breathing from your lower abdomen. This is your diaphragm, from your diaphragm area, and that's located right at the rift of your rib cage. Shallow breathing comes from here, and the deeper breathing comes from here. So if you draw the breath from real deep, it allows more oxygen to your brain, and it's a completely different way of breathing. It really is. Diaphragm breathing, honestly, Google it. If you just Google diaphragm breathing, I can't get into the science because I don't study biology. I took music, singing, for like 30 years. So with diaphragm breathing, that's what they talk about in singing, and that's the extent of what I know of it. It's how singers are able to extend their breath as long as they do. So it's also the same kind of breathing you get when you're swimming. Deep breath from that diaphragm, and then you hold it in. So deep breath. But when you meditate, that's where the breath should also be coming from. Otherwise, you're breathing from the chest and it's more shallow. And I cannot get into the actual science of it because I didn't study that biology. So just deep breathing or diaphragm breathing, what it is and how to do it. That will give you a lot more information than I am just not. I don't have the knowledge to just hand you. I just know this is how it's done. So deep breath in. So yeah, Google it if you want to know more about it. If you need instruction as to how to do diaphragm breathing, and exhale. And as I say that to you, I'm trying to remember eighth grade chorus class. And I can't remember that. I'm like, I don't remember what she said. I've been doing it for so long. And exhale. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do some box breathing. So we're going to do 4 count of 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3. Hold. 2, 3. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3. Out. 2, 3. Hold. Deep breath in. Scan your body, look for anything that's uncomfortable. Any emotional discomfort anywhere in your chest or your gut. Any thoughts that are wandering. Any feelings of guilt, fear, stress, anxiety. If you are dealing with stress and anxiety, soothe and reassure. I'm going to give you a crash course on 3 emotions right now on how to handle them. The first one, fear. Fear requires soothing and reassurance. Only soothing and reassurance. It's going to be all right. I see you. I understand you. I understand this is a concern you have. It's going to be okay. I'm scared. Yes, you are scared. That is understandable to be afraid of that. That's called empathy. That's it right there. You need to validate. You need to empathize. You need to name. And then you need to soothe and reassure. That is the only way to handle all fear. You require validation, empathy, soothing, and reassurance. Which is why so many people have a problem with fear, is because we are not taught how to handle it. So those 4 things are the ingredients to resolve fear. Validate it, name it, empathize with it, soothe it, and reassure. It's gonna be okay. Get into the habit of doing that with your fear, and you will watch your fear just calm right down. Now, if you are dealing with trauma fear, it's gonna take a lot longer. And there's other pieces that you require, not shadow work. There's other pieces that you're going to require, but that's the start. That's for fear. Anxiety is feeling like you can't control. So the best thing to handle anxiety is to actually take control. So if you have anxiety about paying bills, picking up the phone and calling your debtor or the whomever, the bill person, absolutely call them. That will make you feel like you are in control, even though you might be struggling with money. By reaching out and placing the phone call, you absolutely take control, and that causes the anxiety to go down. By not taking control, by assuming the role of I don't have the power or authority, that's where anxiety comes from. It is the mindset that you don't have the power or authority to do something or change something. So in acting on it, you actually show yourself that you do have the control and the power. So that's how you handle anxiety. If you are having panic attacks, it's because you have so much that you don't feel like you can control. So the goal with anxiety is to show yourself that you do have power, you do have control. Guilt. Guilt is 100% a third party voice, a third party belief telling you what your perspective should be. They have no business being inside your brain. So if you are struggling with guilt, that is 100% take the authority and tell that third person voice, you don't even belong here. Get the hell out of my kitchen. And you kick them out. Third party, it's Recognize if you're hearing messages like you shouldn't be doing that. That's not where you belong. You shouldn't be doing that. Anytime you hear the word should, that is a red flag that it's coming from either the society, parents, or abusers telling you what you should or shouldn't be doing according to their perspective and their ethics. You have nothing to do with that. You have your own agenda, your own ethics, your own perspective. So, whenever you hear guilt enter your mind, anytime you feel bad because somebody's inside of your system, you were made to feel that way by somebody else and they are invading your system. So now with guilt, there's almost a your system versus their beliefs that they have invaded in you. So, recognize it as an invasion and kick them out. That's how you handle guilt. It's going to take practice, especially if you have dealt with narcissistic abuse. If you have any experience with narcissistic abuse, there's a good chance you're going to that one got away from me. There is a good chance that you are dealing with all three of those emotions, and that is how you handle all three of those emotions. It's going to take practice. So, meditation is a fantastic place to start handling fear, anxiety, and guilt. So, deep breath in and out. And in. And out. Today, I'm going to be talking about love. I'm going to be talking about foundational ethics. And that's going to be happening over at Shifting Perspectives. I started studying physics yesterday. I'm now taking physics classes, which I'm very excited about because that's going to be incorporated into my psychology and my philosophy. There's a lot with physics that I'm just really excited about. So, also on Shifting Perspectives, I basically focus a lot on how psychology and physics are very much intertwined. And oh my God, am I excited to get into that. So, if you want to follow me on that, that's also on Shifting Perspectives today. Deep breath in. And as far as why I'm talking about all of this stuff in a meditation class, it's because there are only 8 million meditation classes out there that just breathe. Like, this is so easy to access online, but no one talks about the psychology of meditation. So, my meditation classes, if you are new, are 100% focused more on the troubleshooting, which is why it's called Healing Meditation for Beginners, is because a lot of people who come to meditation are traumatized or they're trying to recover, they're in healing, they're on a healing journey, and they are looking to use meditation as a method to help them recover. But there is a whole expectation of what meditation is, what it's used for, that is not discussed at all in the healing realm. There's this expectation of, oh, just meditate and your stress will go away. And there's a lot of people who go into meditation and they go, okay, it doesn't work for me. And those are the people who fall through the cracks, who say, I want to meditate, but it doesn't work for me. Well, that's because you need the psychology. That's because you need troubleshooting. And no one is talking about the troubleshooting. The troubleshooting that is available out there that I have found, that when I first got into it, that's what I discovered, was a lot of people explaining that it was just, for me, it was way off. But I have this massive knowledge of psychology. And once you understand what's going on with psychology, and then you pull from the religious aspect and the spiritual aspect of what meditation is, it's a whole nother perspective. And it's a perspective that most people don't have. And once you get into my perspective psychology and you understand philosophy and psychology, and then you bring in spirituality, it's a whole different creature. So, my meditation is not to give you the silent space to just breathe and meditate. You can get that anywhere. I recommend the Calm app. That's what I use. But if you're really looking to overcome any problems with meditation, if you're looking to figure out, okay, well, these are the emotions that are in my way for meditation, let's talk about those emotions that are in your way for meditation. That's what I'm here for. If you end up with problems like not being able to focus, or there's too much noise in my head. I get this one a lot. A lot of people saying, well, I sit down to meditate, but I'm getting annoying thoughts. First of all, no. They're not annoying thoughts. That's your subconscious mind talking to you. You need to listen. Meditation is about listening to those annoying thoughts. And that's what's never talked in those other 8 million sources. People don't talk about those. They just said observe. And that's literally all I've gotten from those sources is everyone just standing there going, observe the thoughts, just observe them. But let's talk about the psychology of observing those thoughts. The reason why they're there, the reason why you have them is because your subconscious mind is talking to you. And we are not taught how to listen to a subconscious mind. We are not taught how to listen to our identities. We're not taught that we are made up of 3 different entities inside of us. We have 3 different entities inside of us. Your conscious awareness, hi, that's you. The identity, that's what you love and what you want and what you dream and wish, and that's not you. That's something separate. I mean, it's you, but it's a second part of you. And then the third part is your subconscious mind, which is a machine. It's just a full AI machine that's just on autopilot. And your subconscious mind spits out data to the conscious awareness all day long. But because we're not taught what the subconscious mind is, because we're not taught how to communicate with the subconscious mind, we're just receiving all this data that we have no idea how to process it or what to do with it, like emotions. So we have no idea. So that's what the Healing Garden does. That's all I do. That is the income. What is the word? I don't have the word right now. That is the summation of what the Healing Garden does. Is it teaches you how to navigate and interact with your subconscious mind, your identity, and your conscious awareness. So once you become aware of these 3 life titans, as I call them, you gain so much more access to who you are and how to navigate emotions, stress, anxiety, your healing. And we also have a massive healing journey planned. So I do not believe in piecemeal healing. Piecemeal healing is garbage. Piecemeal healing is when you go on the internet or you talk to a therapist and they make a few suggestions and then you cherry pick from 2 or 3 different sources and that's it. And then you're in therapy for 20 years and you don't know why you're not getting anywhere. It's because you don't have a plan. And a lot of people will focus on just one of the 3 sources. Well, I want to do just holistic healing. Well, I want to do just subconscious therapy, just talk therapy. Or I don't want medications. I just want to go over to herbs. The problem with that is every one of those branches of psychology, every one of those healing paths has something very important to it. And what you need is a full, well-rounded, a little bit of all of them. You need the psychology. You need to understand how the subconscious mind works. You need the holistic meditation. You need the energy healing and self care. But you also need conscious awareness. You need to understand what the subconscious mind is doing and how to handle emotions. No one is taught proper emotional management. No one, because the information is the information I had to invent for myself and rewrite the entire system when I did perspective psychology, which didn't exist prior to me. So now that I have it, I can sit down and hand it to people and say, here's perspective psychology. This is how to handle your emotions like fear, anxiety, and guilt. It's because this is what the subconscious mind is saying and doing for us so that we can get where we're going with our healing. So once you bring all of these encompassing elements into your meditation, now you can heal. And that is the goal. So that's my spiel for now. So deep breath in one more time. And what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead, wrap it up here. I'm going to go do the ASMR positive affirmations. And as I said, join me on Shifting Perspectives today. And I will be talking about ethical foundations. So thank you so much. And everything is on my website, www.annahealinggarden.org. If you want to dive into my program and take a look at developing your own healing journey plan, that's on my website. Just take the quiz. It's a really awesome quiz, and it will start right off with getting your coordinates. So that is www.annashealinggarden.org. Thank you so much, and may the kindest of words always find you.